Japanese is quite a subjective language. We focus more on our subjective experiences rather than objective realities. So when you describe something, for example, when you have a bowl of ramen and you want to say, this ramen is good, this ramen is tasty. Okay, in English you say, this ramen is tasty. So it's grammatically complete sentence. This ramen, subject, is verb, tasty, adjective. So you have the predicate describing the subject. But in Japanese, in this situation, we don't do that. We don't say, このラーメンは美味しいです. That sounds unnatural. It's grammatically complete. It's grammatically correct. But in real life, in this situation, we just say, このラーメン美味しい. Okay, when we say 美味しい, we are not describing the ramen actually. The word 美味しい in this sentence, in this statement, is not describing the ramen. 美味しい describes the feeling I get when I eat it. So when I eat ramen, 美味しい, 美味しい. When I say 美味しい, I'm not describing the bowl of ramen. I'm just describing the feeling I get. And if you use the particle は, then the sentence becomes description of the ramen. ラーメンは美味しいです. Then I no longer talking about the feeling I get. I'm not talking about my subjective experience. Rather, I'm just objectively describing ramen. Ramen is tasty. So when you want to talk about something in general, for example, 吉山商店のラーメンは美味しいです. Okay, in this statement, this wa is fine. This sounds very natural. That is because this is a general statement. I'm not talking about ramen I'm eating right now, but like in general, like usually when I go eat ramen in Yoshiyama Shoten, it's tasty. So I'm just describing it. Ramen in Yoshiyama Shoten is tasty. Yoshiyama Shoten no ramen wa oishii desu. But say if I'm eating ramen right now and I want to express the experience I'm having, then I wouldn't use wa. このラーメン美味しい. This structure is quite interesting. このラーメン美味しい because I didn't attach any particle on ラーメン. So when I say このラーメン, the concept is hanging undefined. If I say このラーメンは, then because there is the marker for the topic, このラーメンは, you know what this ramen is in this sentence. It is the subject or the topic of this sentence. So what I'm going to say after このラーメンは is just description of the ramen. This ramen is tasty. But if I don't use wa here, if I just say このラーメン, just concept float there, hanging there, undefined. So what I'm doing by saying このラーメン is just directing your attention to the concept. I want this concept to appear in your head. When I say このラーメン, then you got this ramen in your head, then I express my feeling. 美味しい. Even though there's no grammatical marker to define what this ramen is in this structure, but you know what I'm talking about from the context. I say 美味しい. So what does it mean? What else it could mean, right? I saw a cute dog. わ、この犬かわいい. You could say この犬はかわいい. But この犬はかわいい sounds weird. If I say この犬は, rather than I'm just directly expressing my feeling, I'm just describing what this dog is. This dog is cute. But if you want to express your feeling, emotion, it's more like, not like you're describing, but it's more of like spilling it out. The feeling is spilling out. Oh, so cute, you say. かわいい. この犬かわいい. このワンちゃんかわいい. So in Japan, when Japanese people make such comments, their face very often change, right? When they say かわいい, かわいい. When they say おいしい, おいしい. That is because when they make such comment, it's like they're not like objectively describing something, the reality, but it's more of like feeling or emotion is spilling out from them. おいしい。誰あの人？田中さんだよ。あの人かっこいい。な、あの人はかっこいいです。It sounds like I'm very calm and I'm not expressing my feeling. I'm describing that person. Oh, that person is cool. But if I want to express my feeling, I will say, あの人かっこいい。You see this in many situations. あー、温泉気持ちいい。やばい、このゲーム楽しい。うわ、この虫キモい。You can also talk about past experiences using this structure. For example, 先週の温泉旅行最高だった。It would feel different if you attach wa in this situation. 先週の旅行は最高だった。It sounds like you're writing a diary or something. 先週の旅行は最高だった。But in spoken language, and especially when you want to express the feeling, then people usually omit particle wa. 先週の温泉旅行最高だった。ねえ、この前のジュニーズジャニアのコンサートめっちゃ良かった。村田久焼くん超かっこいい。If I say 村田久焼くんは超かっこいいです。Then it became just a description of the person 村田久焼。But if I say 村田久焼くん超かっこいい。Then it's not describing it. It's more of like expressing the feeling I have, spilling it out. That's the vibe. People also use this structure when they give some opinion about something. For example, your friend is trying on some clothes and I'm gonna make comment about it. この服どう？その服似合うよ。I just say その服似合うよ。And when I say 似合う, I'm not describing the person. Rather than I'm telling the impression I got. You gave me this impression and I'm telling it to you. その服似合うよ。And another reason people often avoid using wa in this situation is people also use wa to emphasize or to give contrast. So if you say その服は似合うよ, it sounds like you're implying this clothes look good on you, even though all other clothes don't look good on you. But this clothes look good on you. その帽子似合うよ. Very natural, but people don't say その帽子は似合うよ. If I say その帽子は, I'm suggesting that this is the only cap that fits you. So another reason people avoid using wa in casual conversation is to avoid this kind of confusion. But again, the main reason people don't use particle wa is because wa also gives this descriptive feeling. It sounds very formal. Say we're looking at Mount Fuji and I say, 富士山大きいね. Here, 大きいね is I'm stating my impression I get. When I say 大きいね, I'm expressing or stating my impression I get from this view. 富士山大きいね. But if I say 富士山は大きいね, then I'm defining what 富士山 is rather than expressing my feeling. So in real life conversation, unless your focus is to define something or make some general statement about something, for example, 海は広いです。空は青いです。要先生は素敵です。Then it sounds rather more natural if you don't use the particle wa. But this grammatic structure is not official one. It's a secret sentence structure that Japanese people use, the structure that they don't teach foreigners. So when you take an exam, don't use it. But in real life conversation, when you want to make a comment about something, when you want to express your feeling, impression, or opinion, then you can use this structure. Then your Japanese will get more natural and sounds more like a native.